Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Kay here finally with my Captain America video for Hollywood Exposed Part 8, I believe. Well, as you know, with Captain America Winter Soldier opened 4/4/14 of this year, and it featured good old Steve Rogers out of his deep cryogenic freeze, ready to be the hero yet again. This time he's been relocated to Washington, D.C., where I live. It's nice of him to drop by. And he's working with Natasha, the Black Widow, again on some secret missions of S.H.I.E.L.D. And they find out that S.H.I.E.L.D. actually is not the good guy. It's good organization this time. S.H.I.E.L.D. actually double crosses Nick Fury. They have a program where they plan to sacrifice 20 million American citizens to keep order. That's Project Zola, which is the program they created where they actually design, this super soldier that's a killing machine. To help them in this mission. And basically Steve has to fight this soldier to stop this plan on, to kill 20 million Americans to sacrifice. And they said, what is 20 million American sacrifice to save 7 billion? That's the plan. Nick Fury is betrayed. I'm not gonna say by who, but the head of the mission, someone close to him. And basically they find out that the Nazis actually came over here for Project Hydra, Project Zola, and end up doing these experiments, MK Ultra experiments on the soldiers, which they actually do, and that's called Project Paperclip in reality. And the Nazi scientist has become a super computer god figure. His brain is uploaded to the computer, and he's pretty much immortal and unstoppable. But I want to talk about the Winter Soldier. There's a scene where the Winter Soldier is pretty much under MK Ultra mind control. And there's a scene where the leader says, mission report now. And this soldier, forgets who he is. He's someone, and he forgets who he is, and his memory starts to come back. And he meets up with another character that he meets up with Steve, and my camera died. This soldier meets Steve, and he says, he starts to he's in this basement where he's hooked up to these machines, and he's starting to have his memory come back. He doesn't remember who he is, and he says, who is that man on the bridge? And he says, oh, the leader says, you met him another day, earlier this week. And he said, no, I knew him in the past. Basically, I knew him. And this is when it gets really sick. The leader says, but I knew him. And the leader says, wipe him and start over to the scientists. They're hooking have the soldier hooked up to these machines. He says, wipe him and start over. Now, pretty much that is code to scrub his memory. They take these soldiers, they do MK Ultra experiments on them, and then they scrub their memories, and they start over and implant new memories. This really happens. And they hooked him up to get electric shock treatment to scrub his mind again, to reprogram him to kill again, because they didn't want him to remember who he was and where he came from. And this really happens. And then just the fact that they have drones firing on citizens, they're planning to get rid of part of the population to save the rest. Bill Gates is already doing that, people. He's already said that, population control, controlling the population is going to solve our crimes. Wake up. This is the Illuminati's plan to do this. This is documented. Project Paperclip is real. This is where they do MK Ultra experiments. This is how they laced citizens with LSD in the 50s and 60s to control them. Look it up. Look up Project Paperclip, and you will see that this is real. And Delta, Project Delta. That's the MK Ultra program for programming soldiers to kill. That's their program for that. They have Project Diamond. They have the sex kitten programming for the women. There's so much going on. This movie pretty much was Illuminati propaganda to get you to accept a super soldier, which pretty much Captain America is this super soldier that was created by the government, and now he's fighting a so-called evil soldier created by the government. It's all a plan for the Antichrist, people. This movie was Antichrist propaganda. It was government propaganda. They even say in the film that the society is on the tipping point between chaos and order, and that their plan is to inflict a new world order on citizens. So that's my review. This film is Illuminati all the way. Don't accept the Antichrist, because this movie is one of those films to pave the way to accept the Antichrist to be the savior, to solve all of our problems, and he is not. Only Christ is the true savior. So stay tuned for more Hollywood Exposed. Thanks for watching, and peace and love. Bye. I forgot to say a few points here. When I was talking about Bill Gates and his plan for population control, he's doing that through vaccines. Now, right now, we have this Ebola crisis, and he and his wife, part of the Bill Melinda Gates Foundation, has been going over to Africa, giving these vaccines to poor children and digging water wells and such. And everyone thinks, oh, that's great, they're doing charity work. But in reality, some of these children have gotten seriously sick from these vaccines. Now, vaccines are a way to control the population. Whatever they put in these vaccines are a way to control people, are a way to exterminate people, pretty much, which he said was part of his plan anyway. Now, if you want to know more about population control through vaccines, MK Ultra experiments, I suggest you look up Fritz Springmeier. Fritz Springmeier has worked with the government, people who've been governmentally programmed to deprogram them. And he has lots of books, one called How to Create an Undetectable Mind-Controlled Slave. That's a book, and there are videos here on YouTube. Please check him out, because everything I'm saying is real. It's really happening. MK Ultra experiments have been going on for a very long time, and how they create ultras is through trauma-based mind control. They torture them so bad that they create alternate personalities to deal with it. And through codes, through trigger words, just like in Born Identity, when they tricked him off on the phone, they told him something, and then he just snapped and killed. Well, that's what they really do. So look him up, and I'll talk to you guys later with more on this. Peace.